Hey YouTube, POD7, and we are running. Oh god. Yeah, I spent the entire night in that little hut, and oh man, so many noises. Those spiders are so noisy. Just making that little scurrying sound all night. It was ridiculous, but with slime. I've seen more slimes in like the last 2 or 3 times I played Minecraft than I had seen the last year and a half previous. I mean, it's so crazy. They must have turned up spawn rates or something. Or maybe that's part of large biomes, I don't know. Um, I dug a little bit of a hole, but I decided this isn't really the best place for it. So I made half slabs because uh, they do the same thing as torches when you put them under sand, and I didn't have any coal. So we are going to try to find a place to set up. I know I said I wanted to get on the desert and be right next to the swamp, but in the end, we're just going to be wandering the desert, and then we're going to get lost all of a sudden. Here's my new skin. Just generic stone guy. I couldn't really think of anything, so we're just going to be generic stone person. Stone golem man. Yep. I preferred that to Mr. T-Hawk. Yep. So we'll just be sailing. I started another FTL today. Yeah, it was like 1 in the morning. Um, uh, it's going okay, I guess. um, I just recorded the first 2 sectors, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and bite the bullet and just record until I die on the next time, because I don't think I'll be making it very far. Uh, Good old cynicism. This is a new thing. I'm holding a lily pad, and it's because I ran over it with the boat. It used to be when they first implemented them, if you ran into it, it was like running into a steel pole, and my boat just spontaneously exploded for some reason. Oh well. Maybe there'll be something nice around here. Maybe. I really like the swamp biomes. I've heard a lot lately about the upcoming updates and that there might be a biome update, and I hope that just means new biomes because I think the swamp biome and the tundra or taiga, whatever it's called, tundra taiga, I think those are pretty good the way they are. Desert could probably be updated because it's literally just sand and maybe those little dead brush things once in a while, but um, I think that's why they decided to put temples and villages in the desert to break up the monotony in a large biome. Um, the jungle is amazing. It's so amazing that I steer very clear of living in those because you can get lost very easily in a jungle biome. Yep, we're gonna go ahead and start a farm because you never know when animals are gonna spawn. It is very busy on my street today. I don't know if people are just getting ready for the holidays or what, but so if you hear loud car noises, that's what it is. um, Man, it's such a crapshoot. Um, Trying to get seeds and stuff. I don't know. We might have to start right here. It's fairly clear. I really want to start mining, but I don't know. I want to make sure I have a constant food source before that happens. Well, we got a couple seeds anyway. I think it has to be within 4 blocks of water in order for the soil to be um, supported, I guess, whenever you plant something. Um, I don't know why you would ever want to make anything but a excuse me. I don't know why you'd ever want to make anything other than a wooden hoe because they last long enough for one harvest unless you're doing mega wheat farms or something. And you can use the there's me outside the boat. I always get confused on the F keys because I never use them for anything else but Minecraft pretty much or listening to iTunes. So yeah, since we left everything back at the other house because I'm an idiot, I have to start over again. Trying to decide if I want to do an underground fortress kind of thing or build a house up on the surface. How do you make a fishing rod? Success! Oh man, for a second there I thought I was going to need some iron or something for the hook. Um, while we're here, I guess we'll do some more stuff. Trying to think of what all I need to prepare to go and start doing a branch mine of some kind. So how are you guys doing? I don't think I've even asked that yet on any videos I've done lately. How are you guys doing? How are your plans for the holiday season or the winter if you don't celebrate anything? Is it cold where you live? Do you have a nice winter? It's very awkward asking questions out into the ether like that. Oh man. Winters in rural southeastern Kansas are terrible, putting it mildly. It can be up in the 80s in degrees Fahrenheit uh, during the day, and then it'll be like 20 during the night. And we'll get snow maybe once. And this is just the last couple of years. When I was a kid, it snowed all the time during the winter. It felt like anyway. It'll snow like once, and it'll stay on the ground for 3 or 4 days, and the ice on the streets in the less traveled parts of town will stay on there for a couple more days. But otherwise, that's pretty much it. We'll get a little bit of rain once in a while, but we need some torches. I can't believe I forgot torches. Okay. Wow. Probably have to do some charcoal business or something unless we find something soon. Yeah, it's just too dark down there. Oh well. Yep. Can't really think of any anecdotes about the winter or anything like that without going into me being a stupid teenager and doing stupid stuff like the snowman assassination squad that I mentioned in the Elf video. We used to go on ski trips on spring break, but I hated skiing. I always wanted to snowboard, and then by the time I had the opportunity to snowboard, I was a complete wreck physically, so I couldn't really do it. Uh, complete wreck physically means my ankle is completely shot from having flat feet for 20 years and being a huge fat loser. So, um, yeah. So I pretty much didn't want to do anything except for sledding. Sledding and tubing are always the best. Um, there used to be this road that went out to the God, the prison that's next to our lovely city, and it was a dirt road, but it was a hill. It was on a hill, and it was at least 40-degree drop, maybe. You could get going really fast. In other words, and it would freeze over sometimes, so you could really get flying. It was a heck of a walk back, that's for sure. So we did that a lot for a couple of years, and then they paved it, and so all the snow would melt like the day after. So a lot of people think Kansas is really flat, and they would be right if they were only talking about the western half of Kansas. Um, Central Kansas, you start to get some hills and stuff, or at least valleys, and then southeastern Kansas, and well, just eastern Kansas in general, you get into what they call the Flint Hills. We're just gonna we really want to avoid anything coming. Hardcore mode is no joke, man. You really have to prepare in advance. If you forget something, you're gonna pay for it big time. But yeah, anyway, eastern half, eastern third, maybe I should say, of Kansas is the Flint Hills, and that's kind of a nice way of saying the butt end of the Ozark Mountains, which go through Missouri and Arkansas. And there's some really nice looking places. I mean, you see all the adverts you see for like Ireland, the beauty of Ireland, and all the green, lush hills and all that. That's pretty much what it looks like around here in the spring, except less gray skies from all the rain that they get over there. Always watching my back. Oh, coal. Yes. Manna from the earth, the great stone, gifts from the stone. I don't think we'll be finding any lyrium down here though. Maybe some lapis, but I don't think it'll drive us mad from handling it. But yeah, if you, I mean, a lot of people who have driven through Kansas have taken the interstates, and the one from Kansas City to Denver is honestly, and this is coming from someone who loves the bleakness and uh, just utter nothingness of Kansas wilderness. That drive is seriously one of the worst things, one of the worst drives in the world, I would say, because the highway is just straight and it just keeps going. I mean, it would be a really good candidate for putting in those like laser guided highways they've been talking about, where your car would just detect the lasers and would follow the path. So you could just, it would be like an automatic car. You just get in and the car would drive itself, and you could go to sleep, or the seats would swivel. I think I saw on one on the Science Channel they had the two front seats would swivel around, and you could play games or whatever. And I don't think I'd want to do that, honestly. But yeah, that highway would be definitely be a good candidate for that kind of stuff. And the other one is from Kansas City to Oklahoma City, and it's okay. I mean, you get to go through a lot of the cool Flint Hills and stuff. And during the spring, it's lush and green, and there's herds of cattle and horses and all that kind of cool stuff. And then during late summer, when everything's dead from the heat, it's just desolate grass everywhere. Brown, golden dead grass with brown splotches of dirt where there used to be ponds and all that. Basically the Old West, if you think about it. Um, and then in the winter, everything's got that real dull yellow blonde color to it, and it's just an exercise of absolute nihilism. You just look out and you see nothing, pretty much. You see the horizon, the clouds, and the dead earth. And it's really hard to describe to someone how something so bleak can be so beautiful. But I really enjoy it whenever I go driving through there. Even in the rain, you can see the rain sweeping across the plains, and um, you hear about the amber waves of grain, but it does that in the grass too. It's just green, or when the grass is dead, it's yellow. So um, I'm not really finding that much. I found all that coal, but this is I don't know if this is true or not, but supposedly the good stuff like iron and different ores can be found closer to these pockets of gravel and dirt. So usually I go around all those and clear them all out, but I don't really feel like doing that in a hardcore playthrough. Oh, I put that sandstone down for no reason. Oh gosh. But yeah, tell me about where you live. I mean, even if you've lived in the city all your life, and you've never even been out of your state or your country, wherever you're from, your principality or kingdom, let me know. I mean, I love, if there was one thing I could do, if Bill Gates said, "Hey, POD, here's every cent I own," I would spend every last cent of it just traveling around the world and experiencing what it is to be human in different parts of the world, I guess. Um, I probably should have went in the army for that reason, but uh, it wasn't the best time when I was able. It was during the second push for Iraq and Afghanistan for us in the United States. So you were pretty much guaranteed to be sent there, and I didn't really feel like doing that. Uh, Mostly because I'm a coward, and I'm fully aware of that. But uh, I also just really did not believe, without getting too political, I really don't want to start this. I shouldn't have even said anything. But yeah, I think we'll make our mind base here, and then we'll start branching. That was the worst segue possible, but I had to get off of that subject. Oh man. Um, I'm trying to think of stuff to just throw out there, and ooh, stranger come a courtin'. I am sorry for who you once were. So, it's kind of weird how zombies have pretty much become the most worthless enemy mob in the game. I mean, even silverfish do tons of damage, can do tons of damage to you because they gang up on you. I think maybe the slimes are the only ones who aren't just absolutely pathetic compared to what am I doing here? Oh gosh. That's what happens to me whenever I go digging for a long time. Things just stop making sense. And yeah, I've just been trying to think of stuff to throw out there, throw against the wall, and maybe that'll start a discussion and it'll give me something to talk about next time. Um, I have been to 36 states, I think was my last count, of the 50 United States. And I've been to 9 countries in total. Foreign countries, 10 total, I guess, if I can count the United States. Mexico, Canada, United States, Panama. No. Mexico, Canada, England, France, Liechtenstein, Austria, Germany. Oh, God. No. You jerk. Oh, my gosh. Oh, what? No, man. I don't even know what to say to that right now. Time to rebuild. Okay, let's start over. Mexico, Canada, England, France, Liechtenstein, Austria. Dang it, I can't keep counting mine at the same time. Okay, Mexico, Canada, England, France, Liechtenstein, Austria, Italy. I'm missing one somewhere. Germany. Who was that? Who was number 9? Maybe it was 9 altogether. I'm so confused. Basically what happened in the year 2000. My brother got selected to be part of the Kansas State youth band, and to go to Europe and do a tour for a couple weeks. So we went to 7 countries, but I can't remember what all 7 were. Oh, Switzerland, duh. God. Okay. So England, France, Liechtenstein, Switzerland, Austria, Italy, Germany, Canada, Mexico. So that's 9. And then the United States would be 10. So, um, see, what other good traveling facts? I've been to Disneyland and Disney World. I was really young when I went to Disney World, so I barely remember that. Um, I made all those pickaxes. Ooh, hey, Mr. Bat. What are you doing all the way up here, you silly guy? Anyway, uh, in the span of 12 months, I touched the Atlantic Ocean, the Gulf of Mexico, and the Pacific Ocean, which is kind of a cool thing. Um, as a kid. um, what else? Hmm. Oh, when we the summer, was it that summer or the? I can't keep any. Time is very relative to me. uh, Things could have happened 2 weeks ago, and I would tell you they happened 2 months ago. So bear with me. This could have been the summer my father died, or the summer after, we went to California, and part of that trip was going to Universal Studios, the theme park, and my brother got sick on one of the rides, which at the time I got really mad about it, but now I understand. And we got taken through the back lot of the Universal Studios, and one of the cool things we got to see was um, what? How did I even bring that up? We got to see the the backdrop, the set from the end of the Truman Show, which I'm not spoiling because that movie's been out for a long time. Because this was, yeah, at least 12 years now. So um, it's the end where he crashes the boat into the wall, and he's, in utter disbelief, and he finds that edge and walks up the stairs to the door. We saw that in real life, and I was pretty cool about it then. I thought it was pretty neat, using neat as a condescending term. But now that I think about it, I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I didn't appreciate how cool that was at the time. Especially now being a huge movie geek. So, so I've seen that. The time I went to Disneyland, they had just opened California Park, so it was completely and utterly packed. So we didn't even try to go. um, Actually, I went to Disneyland twice in the span of 3 or 4 years because I went on a missions trip to Los Angeles in 2002. Oh, that was a pretty crazy summer too because we went to church camp, and then for my 15th birthday and my brother's 17th birthday, we went to Winnipeg, Canada, and then we came home, had the weekend, and then left Monday for Los Angeles. So that was pretty crazy. We were pretty much gone from Kansas for at least 5 weeks, 6 weeks maybe. What? I could have swore I went down far enough. Oh, okay. It's just an underground lake or something. I was gonna say, man, I went way far down. I can't believe I dug into the ocean all the way down here. I made sure to dig inland too, but yep, just underground cavern. Better light it up just in case. Don't want any mobs spawning down here while I'm branch mining. This is gonna be cause a lot of problems branch mining too, because I'll have to block all the water from going into my tunnels. Um, oh, this is gonna be a big project. I am going to call this an episode. Um, I'll probably keep recording since this is on our hardcore and I could die at any time. So I will talk to you guys later. I'll get mine back to the wall here. Yep. Okay. POD7 signing out.